Salutations, my fellow strange black male or black female. I am talking to you directly from my bedroom. This used to be this is my childhood house, and this used to be my living room. I have a lot of memories here. Not all are great, some are quite bad. And I just had just a moment sitting by myself where I was just thinking, like, wow, like, this is the same room where I used to come back from school, sit over there, watch the TV. I had a moment to reflect and be like, wow, I really wish I could talk to that confused little strange boy again. And this is some of the things I would say to him. I would say that I know that you feel misunderstood by a lot of people, and sometimes it feels like you really wish that it was easy for you to fit in with everyone else and just be like everyone else, and like what they like, listen to what they listen to, and not have to feel like you're by yourself. And I want you to know that you're fine, you're okay, you're not the problem. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just different, and different isn't good or bad, it's just different. And for a long time I wanted to not be different. I wanted to kind of fit in with everyone else, especially as a young man, like in school. Kind of wanted to not stick out as much, so I would kind of deflate myself, deflate my personality, and just try and act all cool and nonchalant and shit. And of course it works for a while, but then when your true self comes out, everyone's like, what the fuck? I'm sure that's something you can relate to, yeah. Because it feels like, especially as a black man and a black boy, people always expect you to act a certain way. Whatever kind of stereotype you want to use, that way. And sometimes you question if you should act that way, if that is who you are, if you're denying your true self by being yourself, which is quite a strange idea, but it's one that's I've definitely had to struggle with. And you sometimes will question if you're the problem, if you're the one that's wrong, and something's wrong with you and everyone else is normal and you're the weird one. And that's mainly because people will literally like project their own beliefs on who you should be onto you, and then get upset when you don't fall into line. But you should never feel obligated to be someone that you're not. You should never feel obligated to tick a box in someone else's mind of who you should be. And I kind of want to share a story with you guys where I kind of was really trying to fit in with people and be someone I wasn't. And this happened while I was at uni, which I'm sure is a very common story. At university, you kind of have that period where like no one knows me, so I can kind of be anyone. So I kind of tried to be. At my uni, there was a thing called ACS, which is like the African Caribbean Society. So just lots of black people in there, basically. And we had like a social night, and I wasn't really part of the community, but I heard there was a social, and I was like, yeah, I'll go to that, why not? So we ended up going to like the blackest club in town. So they're playing Afrobeats, they're playing like just rap, whatever, like black music basically. And I was like in full character. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go out and be one of the boys today. I'm gonna do what everyone else does today. So I'm drinking Magnums, I'm doing all that shit. Then we get to the venue, lining up. Then I just start feeling so nervous. I'm like, don't know if I can actually do this. Because there's a part of me I was thinking that this isn't me. I'm not the guy that wants to go to the club and start trying to chase girls and shit. But I was like, man, you guys are gonna do it, I guess I'm gonna do it as well. So anyway, long story short, get in the club, and I'm not sure if you know how clubs work. You probably do. This club I went to, because it was in like a uni kind of environment. It almost felt like everyone knew each other, or a lot of people knew each other, and I didn't really know anyone. So I kind of was just doing my own thing for a bit, kind of just dancing awkwardly. And I think they put on like a bashment song. If you don't know what bashment is, it's like very sexual Jamaican music basically. And there was like some girls there dancing. I was like, okay, I guess this is my time to catch a wine, as they say, So caught a couple wines, why not? Very awkward experience. Got chatting to one girl, and like I just fully was like pretending to be someone else. I put on a whole deep voice, and I was like, yeah, like, yeah, it's nothing in it. Like, I was like, oh. So it was so cringe, but it was, I was just being who I thought people needed me to be. And now looking back on it, it's like I can see that I didn't have to do that. I didn't have to be there in the first place. I was just trying to, you know, be something that I wasn't. And I think this is something that I really would have appreciated hearing when I was younger, that I don't have to fit in. I don't have to do what everyone else does. Like, I'm not worse than other people because I don't do what they do. So I just want you to know that you're worthy of love regardless of, you know, how weird you think you are, regardless of how different you think you are. And you don't need to fit in because you were made to stand out, and that's okay. Because what you don't want to do is be someone who's like traded their soul basically just to kind of have the acceptance of people who, let's be honest, they probably don't actually even like themselves, or they're probably not even aware of who they actually are themselves. They're just following whatever programming they've been, you know, given. So it's really important to be true to yourself, even if that does lead you to mainly maybe like not being able to, you know, have the kind of friends you feel like you want to have, or not having the connections you feel like you should have, because you don't want to be someone who's kind of just playing a character, because you're gonna feel like a alien in your own body. And that's something I no longer feel like. I feel comfortable being myself. I feel comfortable just saying what's on my mind and not just having to filter myself as much, which is something I definitely couldn't do when I was younger. So yeah, so I hope this has helped someone out there. I hope maybe one of you weirdos, sorry I keep saying weirdos, I love you guys, but I just hope, yeah, like this made one of you guys feel like you're not alone, because you're not alone. This is like an older version of you, maybe, potentially. Just letting you know that it works out. You do find your people. You do find, you know, acceptance. You do find love. You do find the ability to enjoy yourself, regardless of, you know, whether you fit in with who you feel like you should fit in or not. It's gonna be okay. All right. Thank you. Beat you later.